Hey YouTube, it's Des, and today I'm going to be doing a video number, I think this is my third video for Jade, my daughter's 5th birthday. Her birthday is on the 20th, so let's just jump into this video. This video is going to be all about the good and the bad about being a mother and just parenting in general. There's no particular order. I'm just going to kind of start off with the bad, and then I'll get into the good. So yeah. So the first one I have is having to learn how to balance your time. So when you become a mom, you have to really, especially if you're very active or if you like to be in the streets or if you just like living life, you have to really learn how to balance your time so that you're spending time with your kids and teaching them everything that they need. And also not even just balancing time, but just balancing like your work life, your schedule, your sleep schedule. Just like that is like one of the hardest things I feel like as a parent is like balancing your time, because you want to also still be able to live your life, but then you want to also be able to give your kids everything that they need to succeed in life. So that is very important when like just becoming a parent, is learning how to balance your time. So that was a really hard one for me because I was so used to always being on the go. So that definitely makes you slow down when you decide to have a kid. So yeah, so balancing your time is a big one. Another one of the ones that falls on the bad list is finding a support system. I really believe it takes a village to raise a child, because it really does. A lot of people know from my other videos that I was a foster parent for 6 years, so you can only imagine how much like support I needed with those children, let alone my own, just because I know what it takes, you know, to keep them on the right track, keep them out of trouble and all of that. So I would say finding a support system is like the worst part of being a parent, because a lot of people, they'll tell you, oh, I'll watch your kid, I'll hang out with her if you need me to, just call me, and you call and then they don't answer the phone, or, you know, having people that you will probably answer their phone you don't trust. So that's a really hard one. Just trusting someone to be there for you when you need a break, or be there for you when you need to work, or just be there for you when you just need to run an errand. Just being able to trust those people, which is very hard for me because I live in another state from my family. So I have met people here, but you know, a lot of people I really don't trust watching her. I really let very few people keep her. And if it comes to like me taking trips, or if it comes to me like staying out where I would have to need like an all-night babysitter or something like that, I just don't go, kind of. I kind of just wait, and I'll just hang out when my mom comes into town, or when I'm able to take her all the way up to Ohio, because you cannot trust everybody with your kids. So that is a very, very hard one, is finding that support system. Another one is accepting the fact that they're not perfect. And I know it sounds like, you know, of course they're not going to be perfect, but as a parent, you just want your kids to like be the best and to do their best. And when you see them doing things that they're not supposed to do, like you get really, really frustrated, because you know it's always like in your head, like I taught them, like they know better, so why are they doing this? So that's a really hard one for me as a parent. It's just like when my daughter does stuff, just looking at it like, you know, she's going to make mistakes. She's not perfect. She's perfect in my eyes, to me, of course, but she's not perfect. She's going to make mistakes, and just like teaching her the correct way to get through those things so that she won't make the same mistakes the next time. And trying to try to build up her confidence to make sure that she's not feeling bad when she is doing stuff that is wrong. So just finding and accepting the fact that she's not perfect, or that your kid is not perfect, can really be hard, especially if you're like a perfectionist like myself. So yeah, that was a really hard one for me. Number 4 is kids can be very expensive. Like, I mean, not so much their needs to me, because I mean, I feel like I have to have a roof over my head. I have to eat every day. And, you know, clothing, I'm a big shopaholic when it comes to clothes for her. So that's like the easy stuff for me. It's just like the spending time with her thing. Like, I really like to make sure that she's enjoying life, because I like to enjoy life. So, like, I like to travel. So her thing, like every weekend I try to get out and do something for her, and that can get expensive. Every birthday I try to like go over the top and take her wherever she wants to go. So kids can be very expensive. I mean, it does get expensive when every weekend I'm going to the store just to shop for her, buying her little clothes, coats, and just stuff that I see that I think is cute. But that really doesn't bother me. It's just like the stuff, daycare. Daycare, guys, is very, very expensive. I'm so glad I got out of that. Ooh, that was terrible. But you know, spending $500 a month, that can be very, very expensive, as well as aftercare. Like, I'm still have the aftercare, but it's nowhere near as bad as All Day. So yes, if you have a good support system, you wouldn't have to worry so much about spending so much money every time you need a break. So kids can get very, very expensive when it comes to those areas. And then the last one is you get what you get. So every day is just like a test of your patience. Like, I pick my daughter from school and she could be in a good mood. By the time she get home, like, she could go from 10 to like 0, and I just be ready to like go crazy on her. So you just have to take everything, take a deep breath, and just know that everything is okay. They're kids. Like I said before, they're going to make mistakes, and just love on them and just care for them and pray for these kids, because they be having so much stuff going on, especially like with society and just television, media, social networking, just everything is just a lot. So you just have to take that breath and learn patience, because these kids nowadays, I know it sounds crazy because everyone always says nowadays, but they have like a mind of their own. Their personalities are like so much different. They're spoiled rotten. They think that everything's supposed to go their way. So it's just learning how to be patient and just remembering that, you know, you got what you got. You just have to work with him or her, and everything is going to be okay. So just learning patience was really hard for me as a parent. So yeah, those are all the bad things on my list. Moving right along to the good stuff. The first one I have is it teaches you real responsibility. Like, me growing up, I have a brother that's older than me, but I was still the only girl, so I never really knew how to share. I didn't learn how to share, honestly, until I got to college and I had like roommates. So just learning how to share your everything, like your food, the bathroom, your time, your bed, like the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Like, you have to share literally everything, and it comes natural, so you're not thinking of it as you're sharing, and you just naturally do it. But it can be annoying, because sometimes I'm just like, really, Ja? Like, no, like, that was my last piece of pie. Like, you know, that kind of thing. But at the same time, like, it's my baby, so I would give her my last, of course. So that's, you know, a good thing, because it teaches you how to be responsible. You know that you have to go to work. You know that you have to work hard to make sure that your kid has everything he or she needs. So it makes me go extra hard just to know that, you know, if I do X, Y, Z and I put in the work, my daughter's going to be happy. So it teaches you real responsibility, and it teaches you how to share your time and just your everyday everything. So the second one is you get a permanent best friend. Like, my mom and I are best friends, so it was just like a given that my daughter and I will be besties, and hopefully we continue to be besties forever. I just feel like as a parent, you know, you reach those points, especially when they get to be teenagers, because I've had several teenagers come through here, and one of my daughters, we're like besties now, and she is 18. I absolutely love her to death. And, you know, we bumped heads and everything. Like, we didn't got into several altercations, but it just teaches you that at the end of the day, like, your kids are going to love you, like, regardless. Like, you could be a crackhead, you could, you know, be a stripper, abuser. At the end of the day, kids want to be with their parents. So you as a parent, like, you have to set those examples. And just like I said, like love on your kids. Like, I give my daughter so many kisses a day and tell her I love her so many times a day, and she would tell you, like, we are like life besties. So I'm just so excited that I got blessed to have a best friend forever. Like, at the end of the day, Ja is gonna hold her mommy down. Then you get to live through them. Like, there's so many things I wanted to do as a kid, like sports wise, or just getting into dance, like professionally, and I didn't have those kind of opportunities, because it wasn't more so because my mom didn't push me to do it, but there weren't those type of opportunities like in our community. So I'm happy that I get to live through her, just to push her to, you know, be a better person and that I am now, and just to give her those opportunities and open her up to things that, you know, I didn't get to see or get to do. I think that's like one of the best things about being a parent. But, you know, you don't want to push your beliefs and everything on them, but you just want to kind of like open that can of worms and be like, you know, this is what you can do type thing. So I really, really think that that's one of my favorite things, is that you get to be a role model. They're going to follow everything that you do. So you just set the bar and just hope that they follow. And then you get to teach them and get them things you never had. That's like the same thing, like kind of. That's my number 4 thing, and that's just mainly I mean, I was spoiled, so I got to get lots of toys and everything like that. But for my daughter, it's more so of like life lessons. Like I want to teach her about stocks and bonds. I didn't learn about that stuff until I got like my first career job. Like I didn't know anything about that. Just like filling out FAFSA and just doing scholarships, and there's so much stuff out there that, you know, if you like the blind leading the blind, like our parents don't know like how to help you get to that level. I want to be that mom to be like, hey, like I didn't get that opportunity, but look, this is what you need to do. Like just educating myself to better educate her so that when she gets to be 16, 17, 18 years old, like she's already ready to be her own businesswoman, you know. And that's what I really like. I take her to my store all the time with me, and she's just like, when we go out and we see like little cute stuff to ask my store, she's like, Mom, like this would be good for your boutique. And I can just see how she's already learned, like her mom is a businesswoman, like this is like what her mom does. So she's kind of like connecting everything, and you can see that she wants to follow in my footsteps. Like she gets so mad when I don't let her like help me hang up clothes or, you know, help her bag stuff. So I try to like give her those opportunities just to get her feet wet, to let her know like you can do this too, just like mommy. And then last but not least, experience what real love feels like. And there is no greater love than a love from your child. Like I could be in the worst mood and she would just come in and just like her whole smile, her whole life would just brighten up my day. So that's one of my absolute favorite things about being a parent, is I absolutely know exactly what real love feels like. It's like my mom and I are really close, so I know what it's like to love my mom, but now I can kind of understand what it's like for her to love me. And I absolutely like I'm crazy in love with her. So yeah, so those are my good and bad about being a parent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will link the video below for the giveaway. Make sure that you go ahead and enter, and that you can enter either on here or on Instagram. You can DM me. I've had a few already, so go ahead and hurry up and enter to that. Make sure that you subscribe. Videos will be up every Friday. Until next time, YouTube. Bye.